better than to start off the program with the Word of God. I invite Ms. Zohra Begum, a student of MSc, second semester, Department of Mathematics, for the invocation.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما. ليدخل المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ويكفر عنهم سيئاتهم وكان ذلك عند الله فوزا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم. Translation. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Indeed, we have given you, O Muhammad, a clear conquest, that Allah may forgive you what preceded of your sin and what will follow, and complete His favor upon you and guide you to a straight path, and that Allah may aid you with a mighty victory. It is He who sent down tranquility into the hearts of the believers, that they would increase in faith along with their present faith, and to Allah belong the soldiers of the heavens and the earth, and ever is Allah knowing and wise, and that He may admit the believing men and the believing women to gardens beneath which rivers flow, to abide therein eternally, and remove from them their misdeeds. And ever is that, in the sight of Allah, a great attainment. Thank you.
Thank you for the beautiful recital. The state level interdisciplinary workshop has been instrumental in bringing brilliant resource people, and we are pleased to have scholarly eminences amidst us. We would like to formally welcome one and all, and to do the honors, I invite Dr. Syed Abrar, Coordinator and Head, Department of Botany, KBNU.
Honorable dignitaries on dais, respected co-coordinators and organizing secretaries of today's program, teaching staff of various institutions and Khaja Bandanawaz University, delegates and participants from different parts of the state, and my dear students, very good morning. I am privileged to have the pleasant task of welcoming the repeated gathering in the Anatomy Hall of Medical Sciences for the inauguration of state-level interdisciplinary workshop on applied mathematics in astrophysics and space science, jointly organized by Departments of Mathematics and Physics, Faculty of Science, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Kalburgi. On behalf of organizing committee, it's my privilege to extend a respectful and a very warm welcome to the chief guest, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, Registrar, Khaja Bandanawaz University, for sharing her precious time and being here wholeheartedly for inauguration of today's program. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the guest of honor of today's inauguration, Dr. Deepak Samuel, Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Central University of Karnataka, Kalburgi, whose unhesitatingly positive and encouraging response made us to dedicate ourselves to organize this program in a big way. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. It's my special pleasure to welcome the president of today's program, Professor Nishat Arif Hussaini, Dean, Faculty of Languages, Arts, Humanities, Social Sciences and Science, and convener of today's program for rendering her support and encouraging all of us to organize state-level interdisciplinary workshop on applied mathematics and astrophysics and space science. A special welcome to you, ma'am. It's a gracious moment to have two dignified speakers, Professor Syed Najamul Hassan, Department of Mathematics, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and Dr. Priya Shah Hassan, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad, for their kind presence all the way from Hyderabad and to deliver a special talk on the universe, exoplanets, stars and star clusters, the world of galaxies, and also the hands-on sessions on Kepler's data and GA1A data for 2 days. A very warm welcome to both of you, sir and ma'am. I extend a very warm welcome to the co-coordinators, Dr. M.A. Mujib, Dr. Seema Jabin, and the organizing secretaries, Dr. Nazia Parveen and Ms. Sana Ejaz, to have their precious coordinatorship and organizing capacities for executing the state-level interdisciplinary workshop. It gives me great pleasure to welcome the delegates and participants of state-level interdisciplinary workshop who have registered from esteemed institutions across the country. A warm welcome to you all. I am immensely happy to welcome all the faculties from different institutions and colleges, and also the teaching staff of Faculty of Languages, Arts, Humanities, Social Science, Commerce, Science, Law, Engineering, and Medical Sciences of Khaja Bandanawaz University to have your kind presence to this program. I wholeheartedly welcome the media persons from different news agencies and also the Department of Journalism, Mass Media and Communication, who stands equally important for documentation and media coverage of state-level interdisciplinary workshop of applied mathematics and in astrophysics and space sciences. Last but not the least, a special welcome to all the students who stood by us all the time in preparations, management, and execution of this program in the best way. I welcome one and all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Abrar, for the kind welcome. It is a momentous occasion which has gravitated distinguished figures from across universities. We are honored by their presence and would like to present a token of our appreciation. To do the honors, may I call upon Dr. Jahanara to felicitate and present a memento to the chief guest, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, Registrar, KBNU. Thank you, Madam. May I request Professor Kamal Azam, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, to present a bouquet and a memento to the keynote speaker, Dr. Deepal Samuel, Dean, School of Physical Science, Central University of Karnataka, CUK. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Seema Jabin to felicitate the president of today's program, Professor Nishad Arif Hussaini, Dean, Faculty of Languages, Arts and Humanities, Sciences and the Social Sciences, KBNU. Thank you, Madam. Now I request Dr. Vinod to felicitate the coordinator, Dr. Syed Abrar, coordinator and head, Department of Botany, KBNU. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. M.A. Mujib to present a bouquet to one of the speakers, Professor Najamul Hassan, Department of Mathematics, Maulana Azad Urdu National University, Hyderabad. Thank you, sir. I request Ms. Sana Ijaz to felicitate the second speaker, Dr. Priya Shah Hassan, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Thank you, Madam. To felicitate the dignitaries of the days, I invite Dr. Adhar Moizuddin to present a bouquet to Professor Kamal Azam, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Thank you, sir. Lastly, I request Dr. Sunil to present a bouquet to Professor V.M. Jali, Department of Physics, Gulbarga University. Thank you, sir. Moving on, it is time for the inauguration ceremony. I would like to request the chief guest, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, keynote speaker, Dr. Deepak Samuel, President of the inaugural, Professor Nishat Arif Hussaini, Coordinator Dr. Sayyid Abrar, and organizing secretaries Dr. Nazia and Ms. Sana Ejaz to kindly come forward and water the plant. I request honorable speakers to join the inaugural ceremony. Thank you, everyone. To proceed further, I would like to request Dr. Nazia Parveen, Coordinator and Head, Department of Physics, KBNU, to introduce the dignitaries of the gathering.
Good morning to everyone present here for the day. Myself, Dr. Nazia Parveen, Organizing Secretary of the workshop and Coordinator of Department of Physics, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Before starting the event, I would like to introduce the dignitaries of today's session. So I am immensely overjoyed to take the opportunity of introducing the dignitaries. So firstly, I would like to introduce our chief guest, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, Registrar, Khaja Bandanawaz University, Kalburgi. Professor Rukhsar Fatima is working as a registrar in Khaja Bandanawaz University. She has also been a Dean of Faculty of Engineering in Khaja Bandanawaz Engineering College. Madam has a vast experience in teaching as well as academic activities. Madam has worked as a lecturer, as an assistant professor in Khaja Bandanawaz University, Khaja Bandanawaz Engineering College in the Department of Computer Science Engineering. The main aim of Madam is to motivate students towards research activities rather than fixed curriculum. Madam has a vast experience in academic activities. The educational background of ma'am includes, Madam has completed her Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and Instrumentation from Gulbarga University in the year 1999. Madam has pursued Masters in Business. Madam has pursued her Masters in Business Management, as well as she has completed her MTech in Computer Science Engineering from VTU University, Belgaum in the year 2003. She has completed her PhD in Computer Science Engineering from Jawaharlal Nehru Technical University, Hyderabad in the year 2016. She has supervised many MTech and BE projects during her teaching experience. Madam has a big list of achievements in which she has been a reviewer, editor in many national and international conferences in journals. She has also been a technical committee member in many national and international conferences. The international conferences in which she has worked as a technical committee member includes a big list of countries like Dubai, Finland, China, Japan, Poland, New Zealand, Ireland, Singapore, Portugal, Thailand, Malaysia, South Korea, France, Canada, Bangkok, Thailand, Australia, Switzerland, Singapore, Sydney, Morocco. So there is a big list of international conferences in which Madam has been acted as technical committee member. Madam has many research publications also in different peer-reviewed journals and conference proceedings. Madam has also participated in various national and international conferences. Since there is a big list of publications with high impact factors in which Madam has published her research articles in various national and international peer-reviewed journals. So I would like to thank Professor Rukhsar Fatima for being a part of this workshop. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. D. Samuel, sir, Professor Deepak Samuel, sir. Professor Deepak Samuel is working as an associate professor in the Department of Physics, Central University of Karnataka. Sir is very knowledgeable, has a vast knowledge in analyzing the data using different simulations methods. The educational background of Professor Deepak Samuel, sir, includes, sir has completed his bachelor's degree in physics in the year 1999 and master's in physics in the year 2001. He has also completed his MPhil in physics in the year 2002 from the same Madras Christian College, Chennai, with first class. And sir has completed his PhD in physics from the University of Bonn in the year 2008. Sir has also been a postdoctoral fellow at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai in the year 2008. And also, sir has joined also as a project scientist in the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai in the year 2011. Again, sir has joined as a postdoctoral fellow in the University of Catholic D, Leuven, Belgium, and Harvard Medical School in the year 2012. Sir has a good knowledge in many languages, not only in national languages, he has a good knowledge in international languages like German and French. Sir has a good technical skills in many hardwares and softwares, databases, detectors and others, and also OS. Sir has a good knowledge in analyzing the data using different simulations methods. Sir has been working experience in polarization physics, neutrino physics, particle physics instrumentation, and data acquisition system, etc. Sir has also a knowledge in computer programming like C and C++, and has a hands-on experience of more than six years. Sir has also hands-on experience of more than 6 years in writing multi-threaded codes. Now, apart from this computer programming skills, sir has also teaching experience, which he has given lectures on C++ and root language programmings for physicists of INO graduate students. Sir has delivered many talks in many national and international conferences, and also he has presented his research articles through poster and oral presentations in many national and international conferences. Sir has publications in many different Sir has many publications in many peer-reviewed journals and as well as conference proceedings, and few of the papers are under preparation. So, based on simulations, he has also simulations of the data or data acquisition systems. He has published many papers at the national and international conferences. So I feel proud to have sir with us in this workshop, and I thank sir for accepting our invitation for being a guest of honor of today's session. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to introduce our eminent speaker, Professor Syed Najmul Hasan, sir. Professor Najmul Hasan is working as a professor in the Department of Mathematics in Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad. Though being a professor of mathematics, sir has research interest in astrophysics and space sciences. So, Professor Najmul Hasan has research articles based not only on the mathematics, but also in astrophysics and space sciences. That's why our title of our workshop, we have decided, is based on both mathematics and astrophysics. So, I'd like to introduce sir. Sir has a specialization in celestial mechanics and dynamical astronomy, as well as Clifford algebras and its application. Sir has a vast academic and administrative experience. He has more than 25 years of teaching experience at PG level. He has been a dean, a director, head, chairperson, in-charge director, placement officer, convener of different institutions. The educational qualification of sir includes Doctor of Philosophy. Sir has pursued PhD in the year 1993 from the Department of Mathematics, Moscow University, Russia. He has also completed his MPhil from the Department of Mathematics, University of Hyderabad. Sir has a big list of research publication in different peer-reviewed journals based on mathematics as well as astrophysics. And the research articles were published in many international and national and international journals. Sir has participated and presented his research work in many national and international level conferences. And sir delivered his lectures and talks in many symposiums, workshops, conferences, and seminars. So we thank you, sir. We are grateful for having such an eminent speaker in our workshop. Thank you, sir, for being a part of our workshop. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to introduce, this is last but not the least, I would like to introduce our another eminent speaker, Dr. Priya Shah Hassan. Dr. Priya Shah Hassan is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Physics from the same university as Dr. Najmul Hassan sir, that is Maulana Azad, the National Urdu University, Hyderabad. The educational background of Madam includes, Madam has completed her master's in physics with astrophysics as the specialization in the year 1996 from the physics department, Moscow State University, Russia. Madam has completed her PhD in the year 2004 from the Department of Astronomy, Usmania University, Hyderabad. Madam has bagged many scholarships, awards, and grants. Madam has obtained grants by US Department of State to conduct science workshop for school children in 2012. The same way, Madam has obtained grants by US Educational Foundation to conduct workshop for school children in July 2019. She has been selected for International Astronomical Union summer visiting program at the Harvard Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics in Boston. So Madam has also worked under UGC minor project entitled Structure and Dynamics in Embedded and Young Star Cluster in the year 2017. Madam has also an International Astronomical Union grant funded for registration to attend and present a talk on star formation and its progressing sequence at Taiwan. And she has also International Astronomical Union travel grant funded for registration and travel to attend and present 2 talks and 3 posters at 30th General Assembly of the International Astronomical Union in Wien, Austria. Madam has also selected for the IAU OAD grant for project entitled Clear Skies in Hyderabad in the year 2019. Madam has been awarded to Niroj Ramanujan and POEC at the 37th meeting of the Astronomical Society of India, Bangalore. Madam has a vast teaching experience from the year 2015, from the year 2019, 1997-2015 at in various institutions. Madam has many publications, research publications in different peer-reviewed journals and conference proceedings with high impact factors research articles. Madam has research collaborations with different institutions. There is a big list of that. Madam has also attended many workshops, conferences, and also delivered talks at national as well as international level conferences, which there's a big list. So, Madam has also done popular talks, radio talks, and TV presentations at both the national and international levels.
Excuse me, Nazia, you let them speak, give them some chance to speak. It's already 11:30.
Okay, so
You can
it's finished.
let go
It's
of that
finished.
mic now.
It's finished. So, with this, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Priya Shah Hassan for being a part of our of the event, and I would like to thank all the dignitaries on the dais for being a part of our workshop. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Madam, for your brief introduction. The title of the workshop is self-explanatory. However, to illuminate it further, I invite Dr. Seema Jabin, Faculty, Department of Mathematics, KBNU.
Good morning, Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Seema Jabin, Department of Mathematics. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming all of you to the state-level interdisciplinary research workshop on applied mathematics in astrophysics and space science. So let me brief you all about the workshop. So today's session begin with a brief presentation by Professor Syed Najmul Hassan, Department of Mathematics, Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Sir emphasized on all the vital aspects regarding the topic, the universe, exoplanet, and the world of galaxies, followed by panel discussion and question answers on careers in astronomy and space science, and hands-on session with GAIA data. Session will continue by Dr. Priya Shah Hassan, Department of Physics, Maulana Azad National University, National Urdu University. Ma'am will emphasize all the vital aspects regarding the topic, observing the universe, stars and star clusters, followed by hands-on session with Kepler data. So this workshop will provide directions for the future research and development by identifying key problems and their viable solutions. To share the concept with the participants of various disciplines related to mathematics and physics, to acquire the knowledge of recent development in astronomy, star clusters and GIA data. To introduce the essentials of astronomy, solar system, exoplanets, stars formation and evolution, Big Bang theory, the Milky Way galaxy, the world of galaxies will also be studied. The motive of the workshop is to provide introduction to advanced topics which motivate students and research scholars to work in future, and some classical and advanced research problems related to these sort of topics. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you, ma'am. The presence of the chief guest adds gravity to our program, and we would like to hear from them. I kindly request Professor Rukhsar Fatima to address the assembly.
Nahamdu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum and a very warm good morning to all. As we know, the weather is already very good since yesterday in Gulbarga. So I hope all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais are going to enjoy the 2-day sessions with us, because the climate is going to be not too sultry in Gulbarga. So I am very much thankful to the Dean, Faculty of Languages, Science, Humanities, Arts, that she has invited me as chief guest for today's function. I am very much indebted to Dr. Deepak Samuel sir for accepting the invitation, and the prominent speakers, because I have already heard many times about Najmul Hassan Saab, but this is the first time I am able to meet him. So it is a great pleasure to see and sit along with him, because he is a very eminent professor, a great scientist, and I think that all of you can have a lot of interactive sessions with him and get a lot of knowledge. And the same goes with Priya Shah Hassan ma'am, who is also a very eminent scholar. She has guided a lot of research scholars. So I think our research scholars who are working in the area of mathematics and astrophysics can get a lot of knowledge. So before saying anything, I would like to say a few words about how indebted we are to the society, to Khaja Bandanawaz University, and to our President sir for giving us all the permissions to conduct these workshops and other things. Any university, you may take the record history of any university, it has come to its existence and it has got laurels because of only two things, that is research and placement. Without the existence of research, there is absolutely nothing that can we talk about. If there is no niche of, or existence of research in a university, then it means that it has got its stagnancy. Teaching of curriculum, it is very easy. The syllabus are designed, the scheme is given to the students, and accordingly, a lecturer, professor, they go to the class and teach the students. But it is not what is required. Thinking out of the box. You have to think out of the box. You have to motivate your students, create new research scholars, give them a wide area of research. It is not that if I have done my work in a subject, which I am well versed with it, so I want my research scholar to take up that same subject and go ahead with it. No, I am supposed to give them a wide area relating to it so that they add on to it. Like I am not well versed with the topic of today's research, speaking very frankly. Astrophysics is something, it goes beyond us. It is not an easy subject. We have read about physics, mathematics and other things. But when it comes to astrophysics, it is an alien thing for us, at least for me. So in fact, I have to attend some of the sessions to come to know what it is about. So today I was reading some of the papers in the morning before coming to this function. But then also, I am sure that I have to sit with sir and madam to understand about those papers. So no subject is very easy. Like our professor, Yusuf Saab is sitting here. He has taught us for 4 semesters of mathematics. I was a very good student of mathematics, but I know what all he has taught us. But research is something different. Like Professor Zakir is there. He has done a lot of research in nanosciences. We have got very eminent people sitting over here. And I'm sure that a lot of other people are working in the same lines. But the people who am I acquainted with, I can just name them. So it means that nano, it was such an alien word for us. When we started to work in the year 2013, we realized that there is so much of scope for that area. So when Zakir joined us, we came to know there are so many aspects. In the same manner, if we collaborate with Dr. Najmul Hassan sir, I'm sure that there are a lot of arenas in which our research scholars can work with. We have got a very good functional mathematics as well as physics department. There are new appointments being done in the department. All are well-qualified professors. They are doing their good work. So I'm sure that we can go ahead in this area. And I really appreciate the teamwork that has been created. I'm not touching the subject. I don't want to speak on mathematics or astrophysics. I'm not qualified to speak on that. But I really appreciate that under the guidance of Dr. Nishad Arif Hussaini, a very brilliant team has come into existence who are doing continuous workshops, webinars, seminars, all these things are being organized, and which is a great asset to our university. So in the same manner, I can see the Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology is sitting here, and a lot of other coordinators are also here. So I really advise them to come up with a lot of proposals so that the university is not stopping you from doing any research work. There's seed money for it. As the new Vice Chancellor who has come up, Professor Ali Raza Muswi, he is a very active person. He wants you all to come up with new research work. He wants you to explore the new arenas. He wants you to put up a lot of efforts in, it is two-way. Your CV is going to get improved as well as the potential of the university is going to get improved. It is win-win position for both the people. So if you want something good to happen for you, you have to work for the university. So please look into it, that no proposal is small and no proposal is too big. Even putting a full stop, as madam always teaches us how to put punctuation marks. She is our good mentor. So even madam can say that putting a good punctuation mark is also a type of research. It can also add up to a lot of things. So you have to come up with all those things. And I think collaboration with other universities, Right now, we have got 4 private universities in Gulbarga. 2 state universities are there. So there's a lot of scope for interdisciplinary research work, inter-collaboration with the departments, so that we can do something good for both the universities. And last but not the least, I really thank you all, and I've always heard that before the audience leave you, you are supposed to leave the audience. So I thank all, one and all, for giving me this opportunity, and I wish this event to be a very successful one, and it is to be a very potential one for our university. I feel that. And one more thing I would like to add on is that let us go for an international conference. I have already told Dr. Abrar also and his team that it is high time that we design and go ahead for an international conference where there are a lot of research papers that are going to come up. It can be a series of modules in which the engineering department can come up, the science, arts, languages, everyone together. A good teamwork can get us a lot of potential. So I hope you all have a very good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. It is time for the event we all have been waiting for. I politely invite Dr. Deepak Samuel, Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Central University of Karnataka, to address the gathering.
The Registrar and the Chief Guest of today's program, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, the Dean Faculty of Sciences, Professor Nishat Arif Hussaini, the Coordinator and the Head of the Department of Botany, Dr. Syed Abrar, all other Deans, Head of the Departments, Professor Jali, today's invited speakers, Professor Syed Hassan, Professor Priya Hassan, all dignitaries of the stage, the students, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to KBN is always a pleasure for me because it's always a pleasure to meet Professor Musbi, who's a faculty from our own university. And of course, indeed, it's a privilege to be invited as a guest of honor to the research workshop on applied mathematics in astrophysics and space sciences. Today, as I was having a glance of the events, the schedule of events, two things caught my attention, two sessions in fact. Number one is the hands-on session on Kepler data, and the second one is the hands-on session with Gaia data. And there are 2 or 3 reasons for this attraction. Number one is I myself am a data analysis person. I've been working in the field of neutrino physics for the past 10 years or so. Number two might not be very obvious to some of you, but let me say a few words about this. I think you might have heard about this, heard this phrase very often in the recent times, that data is the new oil. Data is the new oil. And why is that? You must be aware that in the past, somewhat true in the recent times also, that countries which knew how to extract oil were naturally wealthier. And in today's age, in the age of digital economy, if you know how to extract information from data, now you're just one step away from monetizing it. I'll give you a few examples. You go for shopping, and after you complete your shopping, you come to the billing desk, and the salesperson asks you for the phone number. Well, you cannot say that you don't have a phone number. They will compel you to give some number or the other. And when soon after you give, well, he notes down. But you think it's just a matter of giving a phone number, but it's not. It's a data point for another business. That phone number is associated with the list of things that you purchase. And over a period of time, they know what's your favorite product, how often you buy that favorite product. Now, they know more than me that my coffee powder is about to get over. And then I see an advertisement in YouTube. Now, this is targeted advertisements. Another example is the smartwatch. I am sure that most of you have a smartwatch, but I don't for a specific reason. The smartwatch, of course, collects all your important information, vital information about your health. It knows what your heart rate is. It knows what your, at what time you're running, what time you're jogging, what time you're sitting, what time you're playing, what time you're taking water, and all these things. And this is an important information. For you, it's just, a very stylish watch, but this is all information for some other vendor. For example, the pharmacy companies can utilize this data to see how much of the population is suffering from a particular disease, make sense out of it, and design their drugs accordingly. So data is money. And another example is that of this smart speakers. I don't know how many of you have them in your houses. This Alexa and Google Echo and all those things. You ask Alexa, tell me when is the next movie, when this Pathan is going to get screened or something like that. It immediately tells, well, it at Inox at 3:30 and so on and so forth. Not only that, sometimes it goes a step ahead and says that there is also a nice restaurant where you get nice chicken biryani. You can have lunch there and go to the movie and so on and so forth. You think that it's helping you, but in the background, it's also collecting information. It has a microphone inbuilt in it. It listens to all your conversations. Inside your house, you think that you're only talking to your friend, your sisters, or your brother, or your parents, but it's not so. I mean, these devices are listening to you and listening to keywords that are being sent to someone else, and this data is being used for targeted advertisements. And in this context, those two events which caught my attention, the analysis of Kepler data and Gaia data, gained significance, because what you're going to do is, well, you're going to find out information, get information from a host of data collected by spacecrafts, of course, not from our country, from other countries. And from this data, you're going to get not just information, but a lot of knowledge. And this knowledge or information is not going to give you just give you money, of course. It's going to give you knowledge. And many might question, what is the use of knowledge? What are we going to do, knowing about this the stars which are light years away from us? What's the use of that? Well, there may not be any monetary advantage, but then certainly it's the sheer pleasure that you get from knowing about things that you cannot see with your naked eye. And that pleasure is unmatchable. In fact, to discover or see stars which are light years away from you, and from that understand how the universe was formed, and how we came into being itself is something that requires a higher calling. Now, you may be surprised that in the fields of high energy physics or astrophysics, we use a lot of data analysis tools. For example, you might have heard about the discovery of the Higgs boson, or what they wrongly called as the discovery of God particle. And that, I think it was way back in 2008 or 2009. What happens there is they collide two particles, bunch of particles, protons specifically, and then from that collisions they find millions of final state particles, and from that millions of particles they figure out that this is the Higgs, and so on and so forth. And this is no way different from what the people in Alexa or similar device, I'm not spelling out the names of vendors, sorry. It is no way different from the process used in figuring out the keywords from the millions of words you speak in front of that device. Right? I'm sure today that from these interesting lectures and especially from the hands-on session, you're going to gain skills that are going to be very relevant and significant in today's world of big data. Today's this age is of data science, big data. Not only that, it's the age of open data. I don't know if you've heard about open data. Most of the scientific collaborations worldwide have opened their data to the public. So today you can go to CERN website. CERN, as you might be knowing, is the biggest international laboratory. All their scientific data is available for the public to use. Of course, there's a gap. After 2 years, it's open to public. There's a reason behind it. NASA has all its data available for public. You know, if you have a good knowledge of data analysis, you can do really significant research work. And I'm happy that the KBN University has organized this program today, which will benefit a lot of students in the state of Karnataka and outside. And I am now motivated to invite Professor Syed Hassan and Professor Priya Hassan to Central University of Karnataka to organize such a similar program. And let me take this opportunity to congratulate and wish the organizers of the research workshop on applied mathematics, and also thank them for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words. We move towards the penultimate unit of the inaugural session, the presidential address. I would like to request Professor Nishat Arif Hussaini, Dean, Faculty of Languages, Arts and Humanities, Sciences and the Social Sciences, to make her presidential remarks.
It's approaching afternoon now. We started in the morning. So I will wish you an anticipatory good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum to all the audience gathered here, to the eminent persons on the dais, to Professor Rukhsar Fatima, Registrar of KBN University, to Professor Samuel, who has just spoken to you from the Central University of Karnataka, to Professor Najmul Hassan from Manu, Department of Mathematics, and Professor Priya Hassan from the Department of Physics. At a certain stage in life, after you've completed a long journey of applications, of having attended workshops, traveled abroad, you are entitled to being a professor regardless of the technical things that hinder you, frankly. I would not take up much of your time, but say that this is an idea which I would like all the departments to take up, and that is to bridge gaps between knowledges, that is to connect knowledge, because as Professor Samuel said, if this is an age of data, and if we are numbers, we are known by our phone numbers, by our email addresses, we are Aadhaar number or whatever else number, which is desired by consumers, by social media, and so we are known by that number, and that data also spells into money, because we are not only consumers, we are the targets of those who are sellers. But data is also that which will give you a connectivity, or it's a gateway to your knowledge. And that is why when gaps or bridges are built between disciplines, you gain from them. And when we proposed a workshop, which has been, I think, in the pipeline since about 3 or 4 months, and I kept approaching Professor Najmul Hassan for that, but he was very busy traveling abroad and various other places in India. Now then, it began to, the seed came up that why not bridge it or connect it with physics and astrophysics, because astrophysics is a field which I would like the students to be exposed to. It is something that is coming up new, and that is now the field where inventions or where discoveries are taking place, and that's the only field probably left to us apart from the depths of the sea and the depths of the earth. The universe, the space, and that's the limit. So I leave the field open to you, and they are going to take you through a journey of discoveries and the information that they're going to supply with you with. And I would also like to add that they have taken this journey and especially as a, they have gone to the trouble because they brought a telescope with them.
Oh, we did. It was raining yesterday in Hyderabad.
Yes. So they were going to plan a telescope for a night show in which they were going to show the stars and yes. So probably that has not materialized because of the rains in Hyderabad and the rains in the cloudy sky here. So I welcome you all, and I welcome both the speakers. I welcome the professors here, the HODs, Professor Jarli, who had also come here before, and to be here on this workshop. And I'll let the space open for you to have the dais. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We now move towards the end of this session. We are grateful to all the dignitaries, and to formally propose a vote of thanks, I invite Ms. Sana Ejaz, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, KBNU.
Good afternoon, all. Myself, Sana Ejaz, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Khaja Bandanawaz University. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I would like to thank all the honorable delegates who blesses us with their presence. I'm also very thankful to all the program advisory committee members and the invited speakers. Words are not enough to thank the speakers who has graced this occasion. I, as an organizing secretary, convey deep regards and hearty thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ali Raza Muswi. I'm also thankful to the registrar, Professor Rukhsar Fatima, who helped us in obtaining the necessary administrative approval for organizing this event. They supported in all possible manner to organize this workshop. My special thanks to Professor Nishat Arif Hussaini, Dean Faculty of Arts, Languages, Humanities, Social Sciences and Sciences, for her constant help and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. My sincere thanks to Professor Deepak Samuel Sir, Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Central University of Karnataka, who graced us with his kind words. We will ever remain grateful to you, sir. And we thank you for being with us today. And special thanks to the coordinators of the workshop who have always been supportive of our initiatives and encouraged us to strive for excellence. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated organizing committee members and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. I'm very much grateful to the media team and their volunteers for covering the event and making it a successful event. Also, not to forget the IT team and their constant support throughout organizing the workshop. If time is money, then today you have spent millions for us. Thanks to all of you for making this event successful. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. We now break for tea. I request the audience to remain seated, and I also request Dr. Mujib to take the proceedings further.
Thank you, everyone. So I request you to stay back here for the tea, all the audience. And shortly we will start the first session of this workshop at 12. We'll be back after 10 minutes. Thank you.